And now the leaders, Natalie and Wayne Seybold, the pride of Marion, Indiana.
Major things that they've worked on, which is greater speed, a greater picking up of the entire level of the energy of their competitive program.
But also, I think they've matured through the experience of being at the Olympic Games. They have just got a command of the ice that they didn't have before.
Before he even got her up into the air. Side-by-side double axels coming up are the major point for them. Here they come.
No.
He flew it wide and she never got into the double.
What makes that so hard is that when you do them as a single skater, you only have to worry about yourself and your timing. But when you do it with a partner side by side, out of the corner of your eye, you're always looking at him.
This was to be their night, but is the door opening a crack, perhaps, for Yamaguchi and Galindo?
These positions and steps clearly remind one of the fact that they have worked with the Protopopovs over the past year. And this double jump combination also missed. Not a good evening for the Seybold.
Oh dear. Now it's coming apart.
And this was to be a moment for them, too.
Yep. This was to be their night, and they've just stopped. Well, let's see what the showing her skate to the judges. There's a loose or a broken lace there, looks like, Dick.
But whatever the problem is, it's what is called a no-fault situation, and they'll be given the opportunity either to reskate the entire program or pick up where they stopped.
Okay, well, while that's all being worked out, let's take a break, and we'll be back to see what happens. So there is the lace, Dick.
Well, it's clearly very loose at the bottom. Apparently, in some way or another, it's gotten pulled out and is not... that, of course, is not an area that you get support from either, but there is a problem there.
Well, now they've started to skate again, but they were not given the option of starting from the top. They had to pick up where they left off, which seems not to be the rule. But there they are.
Well, the rule is very clear that you're allowed either to reskate the entire program or pick up where you finished. Had that opportunity been offered to me, I would have clearly chosen the reskating of the entire program because you could only do better.
Dick, here is the point where apparently the loose lace hindered her performance.
I think the loose lace occurred right here. This calls for a cross-leg position, but look at the left toe is hooked right onto the right boot, and that, I think, is where the lace came unglued. But the entire program wasn't a good one. This was the first move that they did, and you can see they have a little problem right here on that landing.
Let's go down to David.
Natalie, what exactly happened with the shoelace?
It came undone on the third blue. There's nothing I could do about it. I had to redo it. Came undone here. And I couldn't, my foot was too wobbly.
Did you notice that there was a problem right away, or did it take a while for it to kick in?
No, I knew right when I did the loop that it had cut it.
Was there a point where you talked to each other and decided if you were going to stop or not, or did you just want to just press through?
No, I couldn't have gone on because it was too wobbly. I couldn't have gotten through my jumps at the end.
Did that have any effect on the throw triple Salchow?
No, I don't know what happened on that. No, it didn't come undone till the loop. I'm not going to make excuses.
So, now the second set of marks. We got a 5.8 there, but only one of them. 5.5 to 5.7. And the winners are going to be Christy Yamaguchi and Rudy Galindo, an upset in the U.S. Figure Skating Championships in Baltimore. And now here are the final standings. Note that the Seybolds did finish second, so they'll go on the world team and will participate in the upcoming World Championships in Paris next month. Here are the way all the other pairs finished in the competition. Later, we'll be coming back for live coverage of the Ladies Championship, and you'll be seeing this young woman, Christy Yamaguchi, try to become the first person since Ken Shelley in the early 70s to win gold medals in pairs and single skating. Well, all of that took place last night. Right now it's Saturday afternoon, of course, and I'm sitting with Chuck Foster, who is the chief referee of these championships. Chuck, after they were required, the Seybolds, to start where they had left off, people brought up the fact that the rule in the book says that the skater should have the option of starting at the top or where they left off. What do you have to say about that?
Jim, this is a case where the referee, Betty Snuggerud, had to make a judgment call. The Seybolds stopped to their own volition. They came over and discussed their problem with Betty. She determined that the equipment failure was not impacting on their performance to the extent that they should have stopped. Therefore, because of that, they weren't allowed to have a full restart. They were asked to start where they stopped.
In other words, the rule says they should have the option if there is an equipment failure that's serious. She decided it wasn't serious, so you start where they left off.
That's correct, Jim. She decided that was not impacting on their performance.
Thank you very much, Chuck. We'll be back here for our live coverage of the Ladies Championship final. Right now, we're going to move on to the World's Wide.